organic, they all panic, but no disco. This world is satanic and we damage and we sandwich. Trying to maintain a life we can't really manage. Resisting all the lies that the government implanted. Granted, yeah, the mainstream is enchanted, and I don't believe the fear porn that they really handed. Granted, everything is nothing disenchanted, and I don't believe the fear porn that they really handed. You will never see the truth cause the masses are distracted. Fear and repetition are they mind control tactics. Forgot about the Rona, now you focus on these sellouts. Focused on the wrong things, how long I gotta yell out. Shout out Oklahoma for protecting the unborn. They telling all they plans in the economic form. Pushing on the norm and I will not conform. Yeah, they really serve Satan and they don't hide their horns. Nah, flow is organic, they all panic but no disco. This world is satanic and we damage and we sandwich. Trying to maintain a life we can't really manage. Resisting all the lies that the government implanted. Granted, yeah, the mainstream is enchanted, and I don't believe the fear porn that they really handed. Granted, everything is nothing disenchanted, and I don't believe the fear porn that they really handed. Yeah, the last 2 years, they done lied to your family, your wife and your kids. Had the world all in fear, they were scared to get sick. Why these pastors push a shot instead of pray for the sick? Yo, the first resurrection where I'm destined to be. And the Bible is a word, ain't no question to me. Knowing from the line of Judah is a blessing to me. And my flesh is a mess, ain't no question to me, yeah. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gon' fall and you need to withdraw. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gon' fall and you need to withdraw. I don't trust these politicians cause they play in their position. Donald Trump is your enemy, controlled opposition. I ain't voted since 2012, was backing Obama. Till we supported gay marriage, that's what started the drama. I don't care about this country, you could say that it's treason. Killing babies in the millions, that's just one of my reasons. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gon' fall and you need to withdraw. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gon' fall and you need to withdraw. Look, politicians playing their position. I don't vote, no, that is my decision. George Bush, skull and bones, it's the same with the Clintons. Politicians rock the boat and they pushing their division. It's controlled on both sides, be it left or the right. They don't care about your kids or your life or your wife. They say all the right things, that is how they entice. Everything they do is scripted and they laugh while you fight. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gon' fall and you need to withdraw. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gon' fall and you need to withdraw. Yeah, so the truth of the matter is, America is Mystery Babylon. Everything about this country is Babylonian. They killing babies, legalizing gay marriage, pushing transgenderism on your kids, grooming little kids through Disney. You cannot love this country and love the Most High. Revelations 18:4 says, "Come out of her, my people, that you not be partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues." Coming out of her means the political system, the Babylonian holidays, the traditions of man. Let it all go. Because judgment is coming to this nation and its fate is sealed. You can't be a patriot and love the Most High. Make a decision. Babylon is falling. Come out of her, my people.
elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Ay, bolder than a lion, bolder than a lion. I ain't bowing down to Baal, cause we bolder than some lions. Keeping the commandments that'll lead us back to Zion. I ain't bowing down to Baal, cause I'm bolder than a lion. I don't care if you offended, yeah, I said what I intended. I said it and I meant it, scripture cannot be amended. Don't care if I'm unfriended, yeah, I mean it and admit it. Doesn't matter really how you feel, the Bible will transcend it. The truth is unexpended and the truth should be commended. You ain't walking in the truth, the thing you choose to be demented. Yeah, following Yahuwah's not religion, it's decision. And we keeping the commandments, they not prone to abolition. Because we did not bow to Rome and give them our submission. Man, they killed so many Hebrews in the Roman Inquisition. Following the Torah is not religion, it's decision. And Yahushua kept the law, cause it's not prone to abolition. Bolder than a lion, bolder than a lion. I ain't bowing down to Baal, cause we bolder than some lions. Keeping the commandments that'll lead us back to Zion. I ain't bowing down to Baal, cause I'm bolder than a lion. Ay, bolder than a lion, bolder than a lion. I ain't bowing down to Baal, cause we bolder than some lions. Keeping the commandments that'll lead us back to Zion. I ain't bowing down to Baal, cause I'm bolder than a lion. Yeah.
Chapter 28. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live show. If you guys can hear me okay, type Yahuwah is good in the chat. Type Yahuwah is good if you can hear the sound of my voice. All right. Check. 1, 2, 3. All praises to the Most High. We are gathered here today. Once again, we've got a lot to talk about. Again, if you can hear me okay, I need you to type Yahuwah is good in the chat. And if you can hear me, I encourage you to smash that like button, because there's a lot of information that I'm going to be sharing in this video that I think is very, very important for you guys to understand. Okay, they are going to use this situation that I'm sure you've heard of today for their chaos. This is the perfect thing that they're going to use for their chaos, and we're going to get into it. But I need to, let me know you guys can hear me. Type Yahuwah is good in the chat if you can hear me. I just want to make sure before we get this show on the road that the audio is good. Because, sometimes they be hitting me with them audio problems. Okay. Yah is good. Okay, all right. So mark with the Yah is good. Welcome. Give some shout outs. Share. Thank you for joining. Of course, my beautiful moderator, Candy, the beautiful, gorgeous, affable Candy Settle in the building. Thank you for being a mod. We also have Cher as our mod. We've got Brother Mark in the building. All right, Yahuwah is good. Oh, I love to see it. Praise Yahuwah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. So you can look at the thumbnail and you can probably understand where I'm going with this. So before we get into the browser, I want to just talk a little bit about what this show is going to be about, just to kind of give you guys a concept of what this is going to be talking about. So this whole thing with the Roe v. versus Wade thing. Now, obviously, I do support, babies being allowed to live. You're standing on the side of righteousness. That there should be no question about that. However, the political division that they've created behind this is going to be what they use to bring in the problem, reaction, solution. So without talking too much, let's go ahead and go over here to the browser. I've got some windows pulled up, some tabs pulled up for you guys, and we're going to go through this because there's a lot of stuff that's about to come on this world, and I'm just telling you guys to be prepared. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the Supreme Court ruling on guns is absolutely shocking, the NY governor says. Now, this is one of the biggest things to me and the indicators that this is what they wanted. This is what they wanted, because if you really think about it, the Supreme Court allowed open carry guns in blue states. Most blue states do not allow that. The fact that this happened the day before the ruling of Roe v. Wade tells me that they want chaos. This is what they want. So let's go ahead and we're just going to watch this clip real quick. This is the governor talking about, the whole situation with them, the Supreme Court allowing people to have the ability to open carry their guns. So let's just take a look at this real quickly here. and then we'll move forward. Okay. All right. Here we go.
New York's Governor Kathy Hochul has now responded to her.
If you guys can hear, give me a thumbs up.
Heard anything from her yet? She is now out with a tweet. It is outrageous that at a moment of national reckoning on gun violence, the Supreme Court has recklessly struck down a New York state law that limits those who can carry concealed weapons. In response to this ruling, we are closely reviewing our options. In fact, the governor speaking just moments ago. Let's listen.
Friction justify the infringement. And most people would say, yes, we have a right to protect people from gun violence. But I'll simply say in our very quick analysis, because this is only minutes old, they have now said that the government must demonstrate that the regulation is consistent with this nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation. That's it. No longer can we strike the balance. Only if a firearm regulation is consistent with this nation's historical tradition may a court conclude that the individual's conduct falls outside the Second Amendment's unqualified command. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Let's talk about what she said for a second. What I don't understand about a lot of people on the left is they feel like people should not have the right to protect themselves, especially in a peanut butter hits the fan type of scenario. There are people that own guns that are law-abiding citizens. They have families, they have kids, they may not live in the best neighborhood, and there's a lot of crazies out here. Okay, they've created enough chaos in people's minds where people are literally robbing you at the gas station in broad daylight. You know, and I feel like people that are law-abiding citizens should have a right to be protected. But you can see with all of these shootings and all these things that have been going on, they keep on saying, oh, we got to protect people and you should not have a right to protect yourself. That is stupid. That is dumb. Because the thing is, the government wants you completely vulnerable. So when they bring in this NWO, New World Order stuff, you won't be able to fight back. This is what they want. And it's interesting that they've been pushing for gun safety and getting rid of guns rights. But when this Supreme Court decision comes out and they talking about taking it to the streets, which we're going to get to in a second, all of a sudden now, you know, we'll just stop the gun grab thing and we'll just use this, allow you to have guns so we can get a purge-like scenario. Then we'll take your guns away. Do you see how much they shift the narrative with this? I mean, it doesn't even hold any weight. But yes, I do support lawful abiding citizens being allowed to protect themselves, protect their families. There's people out here I know personally that do own guns and they would never shoot anybody unless they felt like they were in danger or their family's in danger. You ain't got a bunch of terrorists walking around committing mass shootings. And most people that do that, they're not legally registered to have guns. They obtain them illegally. What you see in Chicago, what you see in the blue states, what you see with the gang violence, those are legally obtained firearms. If people actually went through some sort of registration system, then it would kind of absolve the possibility of a terroristic attack. But this is just a lie that they're using to make people think that people shouldn't be allowed to have guns. So let's continue on here. That needs to be understood. All right, now the next thing we're going to look at. Okay, let me pull this up here. We've got another tab, and I just wanted to show you how it's really interesting that this Supreme Court decision happens the day before. So it's like they knew it was going to be overturned. They knew it. And now that they have actually people threatening to take it to the streets, like I said, crap is about to get bad. All right, now let me just pull this up here. Okay. Now the next video that I'm going to show you guys is we're going to talk a little bit more about this terrorist group. That's what they are. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. There's a terrorist group called Jane's Revenge, and they are going around vandalizing churches, vandalizing pro-abortion centers, and I'm going to just show you that this is all a government operation. These are operatives of the feds. Just like January 6th was a government operation, a PSYOP instituted by the government to bring more division, it's the same thing with these people. And interesting enough, they are not people wearing masks. They are not people, they are people wearing masks. They're not purple-haired leftist liberal women. These are literal government agents. That's why they have their faces covered up.
So don't believe anything that they're telling you. Oh, these are extremists. No, these are government agents paid. So it says video shows Jane Revenge vandals defacing Florida pregnancy center. And of course, it's in a red state. It's in a conservative state. This is part of the divide. Let's go ahead and let's watch this video. I'm gonna just turn the mic off so it doesn't pick me up here. Okay. So it looks like there's no audio for this video, but we can clearly see these individuals strategically walking up to this pregnancy center. And I know you guys have been hearing a lot about these shootings and things like that that have been taking place in these churches. I'm pretty sure it's these same people. Let's fast forward a little bit here. But yeah, look at that. Their faces are covered up and they look like just regular people. But I guarantee you, these people have been hired by the government. Just like we have crisis actors, you know, just like we have people to make you believe a certain narrative, there's people hired by the government to make you think other things. And they are paid handsomely. They are given immunity to do all that. So these are just, it's just a quick video. All right, now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull up this video from Rumble, okay? And this is going to talk a little bit more about this group called Jane's Revenge. And it's also going to show you some of the damages that they've done already thus far. These people are dangerous. All right, so let's take a look at this video here. I'm going to turn the mic off. Let's take a look at what this guy says.
Jane's Revenge is an organization of sorts, and it's one I don't think you're going to like all that much. Jane's Revenge is an organization of sorts, and it's one I don't think you're going to like all that much. I don't think your donations are going to be going there anytime soon. Jane's Revenge has been making a lot of news lately because they are an organization that seems to be doing some sort of terrorism, vandalism, property damage, and more to pro-life organizations around the country as they try to express themselves in their opposition to the possible overturning of Roe versus Wade. The Intercept has looked into this group a little bit, and we're going to go through their actual statements.
Okay, I'm going to pause this because for some reason it's kind of buffering a little bit. I don't know. I've never actually dealt with Rumble too much when it comes to these live streams. There might be some sort of a delay because it's under a different server. But he's just basically explaining everything that I said. Now, let's look at some of the damage that they've already done thus far so you can understand how dangerous this is. Going into the chat to answer some of you guys' questions. So Cher says that this is Antifa all over again. That's exactly what it is. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it's actually Antifa that is behind this. They're just probably branding it under another name, but I guarantee you those same government operatives are behind Jane's Revenge. Okay, so let's just take a look at some of the damage that they've done to some of these pregnancy, these pro-life clinics. Let's just take a look here real quick.
Since the May 2nd leak of the Supreme Court's draft abortion decision, pro-abortion radicals have gone on a massive spree of political violence and property destruction. Let's quickly go through all of the attacks on pregnancy centers that have taken place in the last 2 months. May 3rd, the CareNet Pregnancy Center in Frederick, Maryland is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threats. The message reads, "If abortions aren't safe, neither are you." May 5th, the Pregnancy Resource Center in Portland, Oregon is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and its windows and interior are busted up. May 7th, Laredo House in Denton, Texas is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threatened. May 8th, Wisconsin Family Action in Madison, Wisconsin is firebombed with Molotov cocktails. A written threat is left behind by an Antifa cell calling itself Jane's Revenge. The same day, the Keyser, Oregon Right to Life office is also attacked. Windows are partially smashed, and the exterior of the building is firebombed. May 13th, the Alpha Pregnancy Center in Reisterstown, Maryland is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threats. Jane's Revenge takes credit. May 14th, Birthright Center in Frederick, Maryland is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threats. Jane's Revenge takes credit. May 27th, the Dove Medical Pregnancy Center in Eugene, Oregon is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threats. Jane's Revenge takes credit. Are you starting to notice a pattern here? May 28th, the Respect Life office in Hollywood, Florida is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threats. Jane's Revenge takes credit. June 2nd, Community Pregnancy Center in Anchorage, Alaska is vandalized with pro-abortion graffiti and threats. Windows are smashed up. The little Bolsheviks even lodged a bunch of nails upright between the cracks in the pavement in the parking lot. June 3rd, the Capitol Hill Pregnancy Center in Washington.
All right, we don't have to watch this whole video, but you can just kind of see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play it, I'm going to mute it, and I'm just going to kind of talk through it. But, I mean, you guys can clearly see what these people are capable of. Pregnancy centers, pro-life places, churches. And think about, I want you guys to wrap your mind around the concept of this. You're hired by the government. They told you to do whatever you feel is necessary. You won't be thrown in jail. You will not be prosecuted. You will not be held culpable for these crimes. So think about what type of element that can create for people to know that they're able to get away with anything they want to do, even if it involves killing people. That is a very, very dangerous precedent that these people can have in their minds. And that's why I say it will get to some purge-like scenario eventually, because people are just going to take that and run with it. And these people are called provocateurs. And I'm going to show you guys in a second how on my channel, my previous channel, The Truth Pages, I talked to you guys about how there's eventually going to be a purge. Back when, look at that, 666. You see that? They're not hiding who they are. Now, I talked about when the George Floyd protests were happening, I was telling you guys how they were, strategically setting up pallets of bricks where people were rioting, as if they want you to do it. Why? Because everything that happened in 2020 was testing grounds for right now. They've been known ahead of time that this would be the perfect event to cause the chaos enough to cause more rioting, more looting, and more chaos. They create the chaos, several events go off, and then they're able to say, okay, we got to restore order. So we got to make some changes. Keep in mind that this is just a small portion of what else they have planned. And we're going to talk about that a little bit too. All right, y'all, let's move on to the next tab here. Okay. So we got that. It's another Rumble video. Now, this is another thing I want to talk about. This sign is popping up all over DC. This is called the Day of Rage, or I'm sorry, the Night of Rage. They are encouraging people to rage. This is like the purge. And again, in a minute, I'm going to show you guys how I told you that this was going to happen back 2 years ago in 2020. But these signs are popping up all over DC, and I'm sure they're popping up in other places around the US to encourage people. This is not going to be just exclusive to DC. This is going to be all over. And even when you look at the politicians and how they're responding to this decision, how they are low-key inciting people to rage and to riot. Let's take a look at this video real quick, y'all.
Warning news, there is a storm brewing. It is intensifying. It is a supernatural storm, and in these end times, it is spilling into the natural. Is there a potential of Funky Frida, double F, versus Wade? Let's have a look here. DC call to action, Night of Rage. The night SCOTUS overturns Roe versus Wade. Hit the streets. You said you'd riot. To our oppressors, if abortions aren't safe, you're not either. Jane's Revenge.
If abortion is not safe, you aren't either. I'm sorry, I had to turn him off because his voice was just like not it. I'm sorry, y'all. It says, the night SCOTUS overturns Roe v. Wade hit the streets. You said you'd riot to our oppressors. Now, keep in mind that these signs were posted long before the Supreme Court actually made this decision to do this. So they knew it was going to happen. They knew. You mean to tell me that these people have inside information with the Supreme Court where they knew that they were going to post these signs in advance because the Supreme Court let them know that this was going to happen? No, it's because it's all constructed. People are going to see these signs, and it's going to be a way to incite riots, to incite this night of rage. And if you look at some of the news coverage ever since this decision came out, a lot of the videos are showing people and showing reporters right in front of the Capitol building. So they're definitely even subliminally programming people to do this. Now let's keep going here. I'm gonna move on to the next video, and it says Jean-Pierre is asked about Jane's revenge, declaring that there will be a night of rage if Roe v. Wade is overturned. Now, this woman here, I have my own thoughts and feelings about her. I just think it's really retarded how the left is like trying to pander to us people, by putting homosexual black people in office. And you know, I'm not buying that narrative, and I hope you guys that are watching this video and watching my channel don't buy into this stuff. But all they're doing is pandering. This black equality stuff that they're preaching to you is fake. This black equality stuff that they're preaching to you is just to get black people to be receptive to this new world order, to the Great Reset. Okay, but they're going to treat us just as bad as they've always treated us. Why? Because of Scripture. Deuteronomy 28. We are the tribe of Yehuda. We are the chosen ones. Of course they ain't going to treat us right. So I think people that are looking for hope in presidents and politicians and this high dose of hopium that they're on, let it go. Now in this video, Jean-Pierre, she says that they don't encourage this activity, but clearly they are. Kamala Harris is encouraging it. A lot of these left-wing media outlets are encouraging it. But let's take a look at what she says.
Two questions, one foreign, one domestic. I'll just follow up on the violence we're talking about. As we get closer to the Supreme Court decision on Roe, there's a group that has been distributing flyers around Washington, D.C., but also across the country and also online, called Jane's Revenge, that declares there will be a night of rage, looting, burning, rioting if Roe is overturned. What message does this White House have in advance of that ruling as we get closer to it?
So, again, violence and destruction of property have no place in our country under any circumstance, and the president denounces this action. Actions like this are completely unacceptable, regardless of our politics. So we have denounced that, and we will continue to denounce any violence or threats.
Okay, see, that's what I find interesting about this. They allowed BLM to not only take advantage of us, but riot and destroy black communities in the name of a crackhead. All right, now I'm not saying that the cops and what they did to George Floyd is justified, because they're trash too. I mean, that's just how they treat us. That's how they've been treating us out here. But the fact of the matter is that George Floyd was not a hero. Okay, let's just call it out like it is. He was not a hero. He's not someone that's honorable, and he definitely don't deserve no statue. And I feel like people need to realize that they are playing us. And if they don't encourage this type of activity, why has the people of BLM not been prosecuted yet? Why? Because they need them for their narrative. Because it is very one-sided with this political game that they play. All right, let's move on to the next tab here. All right. Okay, so this next tab is an article, and it says the Supreme Court ruling expands on gun rights. We talked about this. I'm just going to briefly read this article. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I don't think it really needs to be talked about because I kind of hit on it already at the beginning of this video. But it says, the U.S. Supreme Court has struck down a New York law restricting gun carrying rights in its most important judgments on guns in over a decade. And that's what another thing that's very interesting to me is the fact that they feel the need to do all of this now. Roe v. versus Wade has been something that's been a long time. It's been set in stone. Why all of a sudden now do you guys want to overturn it? Why? Because this is the narrative that you guys need to bring in the TGR. I mean, we're not stupid.
The decision, which jeopardizes similar regulations in states like California and New Jersey, is expected to allow more people to carry guns legally. About a quarter of Americans live in states that could be affected if their own gun restrictions are challenged. The court found that a New York law requiring residents to prove proper cause or good reason to carry concealed firearms in public violates the U.S. Constitution. So again, we've already kind of briefly talked about this, but again, I just think it's really interesting how this is all playing out and the timing, which is just proof to me that this is all just orchestrated. All right, now I'm going to go back to my old channel. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, some of you guys are from my old channel. I have several channels. This is a video I did said, get ready for the coming purge. I made this back in 2020 to show you guys what is coming and what we're seeing today. Because like I said, I've been telling you guys, even back then, 2 years ago, that there was going to be a purge. And this event that's about to take place looks like that's exactly what it is. So we're just going to play a little bit of it. Now, if you want to subscribe to my channel, it's right here, The Truth Pages. You can just find all my old videos. This is my primary channel now where I'm uploading, but I've got tons of videos, conspiracy videos, artist videos, tons of stuff I'm exposing, just like I do here on this channel. So we're just going to watch a little bit of this, just so you guys can see what I was showing you here. Let me go back. Okay. So let's take a look at this part right here. And I'm just going to show you guys what I was saying.
Go into Staten Island and kill every single minority that they come across.
Take a look. So earlier today, I came across a video that was very disturbing to watch. And in the video, there's a woman who is saying that in the South, the KKK have been dispatched there to kill all minorities. Let's take a look at that video real quick together.
Alright guys, I'm going to say this real quick. I'm at work and I just found out that the Ku Klux Klan is coming to Alabama and they said they want to kill every black person here, guys. So this is serious. I was supposed to get up at 5. They're closing the store like...
Now this video was filmed back in 2020 where they said that the KKK wants to come and kill African Americans. This is part of the division and the civil unrest that we will see. This left versus right thing, you notice a lot of those issues are centered around religion and they're centered around racial issues. The left says that blacks are, oppressed, which is true. We are. We always have been. The right doesn't really believe we are. Doesn't believe racism is, what this country is based on. But when you know the truth about the transatlantic slave trade, you ain't going to be able to deny the racial origins of this country. But in the movie The Purge, which is the clip that I just showed you guys, I showed you how the KKK in the movie The Purge was going around killing black people. This is part of the civil war that they will start. That's why I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this video, do not get involved with anything that's going on right now. Do not go outside. If you know there's chaos going on, don't get involved. Don't take it to the streets. Don't go out there and start protesting with other black people. Stay at home. Because you, based off the color of your skin, you could be a target. You might have good intentions. You might be walking in truth and you might want to stand with the people that look like you. But understand that in this system they're creating, in these events they're creating, they want us dead. Like, I have to probably do a video on, the truth about who we are and everything like that. I think it's going to be important. But don't get involved, okay? Just don't. That's all I can say. All right, now let's keep going.
Right now, we're getting ready to close. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying to hurry up and call my folks, my son.
You dream again. Person.
Who ain't? Just tell me what I need to do to get paid.
If you remain on Staten Island during the experiment, you will receive monetary compensation of $5,000.
You'll give me $5,000 just to stay home during this thing? How would you know if I stayed?
All right, let's talk about this scene for a second. So in the beginning of the film of The Purge, basically what's going on is it's a depopulation agenda. That's what this movie is really truly about, The Purge. And so the experiment starts in Staten Island, in the impoverished area. Why? Because they feel like black people and low-income individuals take up too much of the resources of this country. And so they basically create this day where they allow people to just take out their rage. And if you feel okay to kill people, go ahead. And they'll pay you $5,000 to stay there while this is happening. Because they want people to die. They want us dead. And the messed up thing about it is they don't have no intentions on paying these people $5,000 because they know they're going to be dead and they're not going to be able to collect upon it. And so when they realize that black people are not killing themselves like they expected them to, and they start partying and drinking and all of that, that's when they bring in the KKK to start going around killing us. So this movie just has a lot of undertones to it that are so prevalent and so valid to currently today, where they're literally incentivizing people to stay around so that they can be killed by others, killed by their own people. And when that doesn't work, then they're just like, okay, well, we gonna just kill you ourselves. So anyway, if you want to watch the rest of this video, we're gonna move on. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's a 33-minute video, but I just wanted to show you guys how this is all stuff I've been saying for a while. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys one more segment from this video here. Take a look at this.
Black Lives Matter. It's incredibly hurtful. It's incredibly hurtful, particularly to people that I considered friends.
While I would otherwise love to read your favorite banana bread recipe, you know, while you see, and I know it's on everyone's feed, people screaming because they're in pain and calling out, it is necessary for me to have people, especially influencers, especially celebrities, to acknowledge that pain, right? I like to compare it to being on fire. Like if you were standing in a fire, you're in pain.
It's not even silent, like it speaks volumes, right? And the people of color who are around a silent white person, they hear the silence and they feel it and they feel what it means.
Whenever I see
would reach out to another friend, how are you doing during this time? I'll admit that I've been silent. I'll admit that I've ignored some of the issues that you face as a Black person. But
all right, we're gonna move on, but this is just a compilation of people saying, you know, Black Lives Matter, we gotta do what we gotta do. And the truth of the matter is we do matter, okay? We all matter, and it, not just black people, but like I said, I do agree with Black Lives Matter, because at the end of the day, people have tried to discount the fact that there is racism. You could look at civil rights. You could look at what happened to our people, you know, back when, you know, Martin Luther King was around and what we had to fight for. So we cannot sit here and act like there isn't racism towards our people. You know, I did a song called Babies Matter where I talked about how they are placing Planned Parenthoods. Shout out to my girlfriend, Candy Settle. She showed me this. She's in the chat right now. Show her some love, y'all. She showed us how in Planned Parenthood has been placed strategically in black communities so they can kill black babies. They want us dead. Why? Because they know who we are. That's just truth. But this is all a result of Deuteronomy 28 and our disobedience to the Most High. That's why we're oppressed. And that's why I encourage those that serve the Most High, those curses that we're under from Deuteronomy 28, they can be alleviated if you go back to Torah, you go back to the commandments, and you go back to the ancient ways of the Most High. You can alleviate some of that oppression and what you're feeling. Ever since I came back to the Most High and I knew who I was and I came back to the commandments, I've been able to overcome those curses. They're still there, but they don't affect me as much. All right, moving on, y'all. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys, let's see, close that out, this is another take on the riots that are about to take place. I don't think that's something we really need to talk about. Here's something else I want to show you guys. Now, this is a bit of a side note, I'll admit, but I think that it's something that we should look at. Now, do you remember how this is how politics has played people for so long, and why I don't vote? Because I realize it's all a game. Do you guys remember when everyone was so happy that Trump was out of office, right? Everybody was celebrating it. They were joyous. They were in the streets marching and celebrating, right? But look what y'all voted for. So I want to show you guys some videos, or a video, I should say, of people actually celebrating that Biden won because they hated Trump. This is what I'm saying. People be like, oh, why do you hate Trump? I hate him because he's racist. You hate him because they told you to hate him. You think he's racist because they told you he's racist. But Biden is racist too. All of them are. And yeah, you had Obama, but again, just because he got black skin don't mean that he's not one of them. I mean, his masters, the people that he's under, they control him. But they used Obama to reel us more into Democrats and voting and stuff like that. But let's take a look at this video real quick.
I had to run here and celebrate with everyone, man. I have no words. I have no words. It's over! Hi, what's your reaction? Best day of my life, best day of the year, best way to conclude 2020.
Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how much people were celebrating everybody that voted for Biden? They are celebrating everything we're going through right now. They're celebrating they prematurely celebrated the food shortages. They prematurely celebrated the gas prices. They prematurely celebrated the inflation and everything that's going on right now. So anybody that sat there and voted for this clown, or voted period, you don't have a right to complain because this is what you voted for. My mom is one of those people that believes in politics and fell for the lies, fell for the propaganda, you know, and look at how she's complaining about the gas prices and everything else. Oh, well, if I knew that he was going to do this, I wouldn't have voted. But here's the thing, they told you that. Do you know what socialism is? That's what they've been promoting to you. Socialism is total government control over everyone and everything. That's what socialism is. So if you voted blue, you voted for socialism. And I'm not saying this because I support Trump. I don't support that clown either. But what's foolish is there's people that literally vote and don't even understand what these words mean. They cannot even tell you what the three branches of government are. The executive, the legislative, and the judicial. They can't even tell you that. But this is the control that politics has over people's minds. And then Biden will be thrown out, Kamala will be thrown out, and then some other dude will come proposing the same thing and they'll put their trust in him. This is how you know that the world is ready to embrace some sort of false messiah. They're ready to embrace some sort of antichrist character. Because for them to put so much trust in a politician that they barely know anything about, they don't even do research. Like, some people can't even tell you that previously, before Joe Biden was president, he was Obama's vice president and did nothing. But because they have been controlled by the media to hate Trump, they thought that the world would be a better place once Biden came in, and he just tanked this whole world. He tanked the whole country. And then when I tell people I don't vote, they think I'm foolish and they think I'm stupid. No, it's not that I'm stupid. It's because I see through the bull crap. I see that this is just a dog and pony show. All praises to the Most High for waking me up from politics. All right, y'all, we're going to move on here. All right, now the next thing here I want to show you guys. Let's see here. Okay, this wasn't the video I wanted to show you. It was the pallet of bricks. Okay, so this is what I was talking about a little bit earlier when I was discussing how the pallet of bricks was set up in these places where the riots were taking place behind George Floyd. And I was telling people how this was all part of their plan. They put that pallet of bricks there simply because they want you to riot. That's why they were strategically put there. Let me just fast forward. Okay, right here. Check this out, y'all.
Right up on the rail.
Y'all know what building this is right here. I ain't even gonna say what name it is.
Hey, where do them bricks go to? Where do them bricks go to? Where do them bricks go to?
We gotta do better.
Ain't no damn construction.
Gotta do better.
Ain't no damn construction around here.
I see.
Ain't no damn construction around here. You just gonna set a pallet of bricks right there. Oh, okay.
Listen, I did jury duty 3 months ago. Y'all don't keep no bricks right there. Do better. Do better. I see you.
There is no construction going on right now. That pallet of bricks should not be there. The only reason it's there is because they want to encourage people to riot. They want to encourage people to loot. They want to encourage people to damage these businesses, these smaller businesses. That's what this is about. The government wants this, and those pallet of bricks should not be there. The only reason they're there is so that people can use them, because this is what the government wants. So don't fall for the okie doke, okay? The government wants civil unrest. They want this to happen so they can bring in their new world order, and they're using this as a scapegoat. The riot. So you see what I said there? This is what they want. This is what they were doing. They strategically put those there. And of course, people that don't realize that, they're going to see those bricks and they're going to be like, oh, perfect. They're not going to even think, okay, they were put there for a reason. They were set there. This is perfect. So just understand that, y'all. Just understand that that's what they wanted. It's part of their plan. I'm so sorry. I literally just opened up my music software. Let me close this thing, y'all. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so that's how it all plays out. And again, everything that happened last year was just, or what happened in 2020 was all just a setup. All right, now the last thing I'm gonna show you guys here, let me just pull this up real quickly. Okay, now I want to go through this. I want to end this video with a bit of positivity. I know it's a lot that we kind of talked about in this segment of the show, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of these TikTok freakouts. There's some women that aren't happy about the Roe v. versus Wade thing. They don't like it. They don't want nothing to do with it. And I thought it might be fun just to watch how some of these crazy liberal women are reacting to this whole situation. Just to show you how out of mind these people are. I mean, it's just really crazy to me how people could literally be upset and angry that they don't have a right to kill children. Isaiah 5:20, woe unto those who call evil good and good evil. Is that not what we're seeing right now in this world? Let me just close this out real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me close this window. I had just opened up my music software. I accidentally clicked it. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Just close this out. I don't want it to pop up. Okay. All right, let's watch this little compilation video. Like I said, it's just a bunch of random TikToks of women freaking out about this whole situation. Okay. Close this. Okay. Here we go.
Like utter disbelief right now. If you haven't read, Justice Alito revealed his first draft of the Mississippi abortion law, and there is a paragraph on page 9 that says the court has voted and decided to overrule Roe and Casey.
Well, it's all over Twitter, people. The Supreme Court, the corrupted Supreme Court, is going to overturn Roe v. Wade. We're now back in the dark ages. You are now in a prison. That's what men think of women.
Abortion is one of the most painful things a woman can go through. And the biggest thing is, this isn't a woman's issue. This isn't an issue that is only centered to women and female identifying individuals. This is a problem that's going to affect society as a whole. Just pain and damage this is going to cause, and the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. And we're going back into a Handmaid's Tale society here.
We don't have any rights. We don't have autonomy over our bodies. You don't hear them saying anything.
Bro, this is so crazy to me, because it's like these women that support this, they make it all about themselves. Newsflash, that baby in your body is not your body. Period. And I'm sure if that baby could speak, that baby would say, my life matters. Not your life, but my life matters. Sorry, just a side note.
About castrating men, do you? Everything is about imprisoning women and being able to use them like chattel slavery to bear children against their will.
The damage this is going to do is unbelievable. I don't even want to fathom going backwards like that, and it looks like we're going there. Brace yourselves, ladies. I'm with you. My heart is just broken. I don't understand why this country hates women so much. We'll get through this. We'll figure out a way. Love you. This is it. So, yeah. No more joking about it being a Handmaid's Tale. It will be.
Don't get it, tear it down. If we don't get it, tear it down. If we don't get it, tear it down. If we don't get
All right, y'all. So that's pretty much the episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You know what? Before we close this out, I want to just play a song from my album that just came out. You know, if you guys don't know, I just dropped the album Isaiah 5:20. I dropped it last Friday. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, Candy Baby, can you please post the link to my music channel for everybody that might want to check out some of these songs? But I did a song called Babies Matter. And before we close out this stream, I want to just end it with a very positive biblical song, biblical message. I did the visuals for the video. I made the beat. I wrote the song. And I just want to share this with you guys. You know, this song is probably more important than it's ever been. And I just want to share that with you guys before we close out. Before I do, let me just say a prayer real quick before we move on to the video and close out the stream. Abba Yahuwah, we thank you for this time, Father. We thank you for this body of believers and your word that we have gathered together, Father, that we are able to once again talk about these things, Father, but to always understand that in you there is protection, Father. And so many times we focus on what the world tells us is right or wrong, and we don't base it off of what you say is right or wrong, Father. We always think about what offends others, what offends us, but we never think about what offends you, Father. And I thank you for allowing us to be able to come together, Father, and discuss these things, Father, that we are not walking in lies, we are not walking in deception, but we are walking in truth, Father. We are walking in your word, and we are standing on your word, Father, because we love you and we live for you, Father. And I pray that everyone that sees this live stream, Father, even if they might have been somewhat pro-abortion, Father, that their minds will be changed from hearing this song and watching this live stream, Father. I pray that the women out there watching this video will feel protected from your spirit, Father, and that whatever the elites have planned, Father, won't affect us, Father, because we trust you, Father. We trust you with all our hearts. We love you. We believe in your Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, the Messiah, and we pray and we ask these things in your name. So shall it be. Thank you, Father. All right, guys, so real quick, let's just go ahead and check out this song, and we will close out this stream. Okay, so yeah. Now, if you guys want to check out my music channel and listen to my album, if you just go on YouTube and you type in Beat Cheesy, you can find it. But I recently just changed my name, so it says Yexer Malkaya. This is my Hebrew name. You know what I'm saying? I changed my whole name, like just like Yahuwah did for Abraham. So let's just go ahead and play this Babies Matter joint, and we will close out the stream.
Yeah, they wanna kill them babies, but them babies matter. Them babies matter. Yeah, them babies matter. Yeah, they wanna kill our babies, but them babies matter. Babies matter. Yeah, our babies matter. Abortion, miscarriage, both are lives to cherish. Created in your image, so we're crying out for justice. But them babies matter. Yeah, my babies matter. And your babies matter.
They saying black lives matter, but what about black babies? Planned Parenthood is killing us like crack up in the 80s. All the heathen nations sacrifice their babies to Baal, saying abortion is safe, but I really can't tell. And abortion is murder, it can lead you to hell. And the doctors that perform them deserve to be in jail. Psalms 106:38, you shedding innocent blood. It's the evil things like this that make you who is in the flood. And that baby in your body, that is really not your body, yeah. Babies' lives matter, tell you who you are sorry, yeah. Since they made it legal, aborted baby 16 million, yeah. Made in his image and he really loves his children, yeah. Say it one more time, yeah. Babies' lives matter. We ain't gotta kill them babies, cause abortion is disaster. The decision that you made, it don't have to be a factor, yeah. We do it for them babies, cause babies' lives matter, yeah.
Yeah, they wanna kill them babies, but them babies matter. Them babies matter. Yeah, them babies matter. Yeah, they wanna kill our babies, but them babies matter. Babies matter. Yeah, our babies matter. Abortion, miscarriage, both are lives to cherish. Created in your image, so we're crying out for justice. But them babies matter. Yeah, my babies matter.
St.
And
Charles.
your babies matter. Yeah.
Babies' lives matter like beginning at conception, yeah. All life is precious and that baby is a blessing, yeah. Why would you kill that baby when there's women that are barren and they cannot have a baby? Give a chance to be a parent. How you say it's not a baby when that baby can't feel pain? If you heard that baby crying, would you really feel the same? Kill that fetus in the worst way, crush they skull and kill they brain. They rip away their limbs until that baby dead and slain. This practice, it is evil, it is sick and not humane. Women fighting for this right to me is really just insane. You don't call that a baby, but you call it inconvenience. This is evil, that's not good, giving the Bible that much credence, yeah. Say it one more time, yeah, babies' lives matter. We ain't gotta kill them babies, cause abortion is disaster. The decision that you made, it don't have to be a factor, yeah. We do it for them babies, cause babies' lives matter, yeah.
Yeah, they wanna kill them babies, but them babies matter. Them babies matter. Yeah, them babies matter. Yeah, they wanna kill our babies, but them babies matter. Babies matter. Yeah, our babies matter. Abortion, miscarriage, both are lives to cherish. Created in your image, so we're crying out for justice. But them babies matter. Yeah, my babies matter. And your babies matter. Yeah.
You know the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger. Oh, you don't? Let me tell you who she is. She is the founder of Planned Parenthood, and her original intent was to eliminate the African American population. The founder aimed to control and exterminate the minority population, in her own words, leading her to strategically place all these abortion clinics in minority neighborhoods. Coincidence? No.
After suctioning the amniotic fluid out from around the baby, you introduce an instrument called a Sofa clamp. It's about 13 inches long. It's made of stainless steel. The business end of this clamp is about 2.5 inches long and 1/2 inch wide. There are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E procedure is a blind abortion, so picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length, which you put down on the table next to you, and use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart, and lungs. Head on the baby that size is about the size of a large plum. Can't see it, but you pretty good idea you got it if you've got your instrument around something and your fingers are spread about as far as they go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the instrument and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Then you could pull out skull pieces. And you have a day like I had a lot of times. Sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations, you just successfully performed a second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed her right to choose.
Psalm 106. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Psalm 139. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works.
I love you.
All right, y'all. So that is Babies Matter. Again, if you just want to happen to listen to the song and you want to share it, you know, you could do your part by spreading this message to all those out there that want to support killing children. It's evil, period. I don't care what anybody says. Anyway, thank you guys for joining the live stream. I love you guys so much. We had a great stream. Shout out to my mods. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Cher. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brother Mark, for joining. I'm going to just give some shout outs before I close this. Thank you to Brown Girl. Thank you for everyone that is here. We got Ghetto Crypto in the building. Shout out to everybody that participated. Join this live stream. I'm going to try to be more consistent and do like a weekly show. And I imagine it will probably be on Fridays around this time, or maybe like around 7 my time, Pacific Standard Time. So thank you guys for joining. I love you guys. All praises to the Most High. Again, trust the Most High. Don't go outside. Do not attach yourself to nothing that's going on. Stay home if you can, because I just feel like chaos is gonna break out very, very soon. It might not happen tonight, but I think in the coming days it will intensify. So just be safe out there, okay? And don't be afraid of none of these things. We serve the Most High Yahuwah, okay? There's nothing to be afraid of, all right? I love you guys.